Look, do you want to know what the biggest lie I see trainers telling themselves is? It's this. If I just had a better website, everything would fall into place. I'd have all the clients that I need. Like some new header or some slick layout is going to magically book your calendar. And I got to tell you something. Here's a news flash, guys. That's not the way it works. And so let me explain why this kind of thinking is holding you back and really what you need to focus on instead if you actually want to grow. Because let's just start with the hard truth. If you're relying on your website to sell your services for you, you're setting yourself up for massive disappointment. And look, I get it. You put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into your website. And maybe you've even gotten it to the point where it looks really sleek. It lists all your services. Maybe you've even got, a fancy FAQ section that will supposedly handle objections. But here's the kicker. A website will never, ever sell as effectively as you can. And most of the trainers that I talk to, they put this massive emphasis on having a perfect website. They think, if all my photos are super crisp and my testimonials are glowing and all my prices are neatly laid out, people will just magically click the book now button. But let me ask you this. How many times have you personally clicked on a website and been just completely sold on something without ever talking to a real person? It's rare, right? And that's because people don't buy services. They buy solutions. And solutions require a connection, trust, and an understanding, none of which your website can ever fully deliver. And so here's another excuse I hear all the time. I don't want to feel salesy, or I'm just a dog trainer. I'm not a salesperson. Let me tell you something. Sales isn't about being pushy. It's not about using gimmicks, to get somebody to buy. It's about having a conversation where you uncover the problem. You show how you can solve it, and you help someone to make a confident decision to move forward with your service. That's what sales is, helping people make the right decision. And when you avoid sales, you're not avoiding discomfort, you're avoiding growth. You're staying stuck in a cycle where you hope your marketing or your website will do all the heavy lifting for you. And guess what? Hope isn't a strategy. Hope isn't going to save the day. So here's the real reason why trainers overvalue their websites. Let me break this down for you. Trainers love their websites because it feels like a set it and forget it solution. And it's easier to pour time into designing a beautiful page than it is to learn how to lead a confident sales conversation. That's the truth. But what happens when somebody lands on your page and they see your price, or your prices, and then they compare you to 5 other trainers in your area? And when they feel no emotional connection or no sense of urgency, so your website can't deliver that, what do? They leave. A website can give information, but it can't adapt to a person's doubts or their hesitations in real time. It can't tell the single mom who's struggling with a reactive dog that she's not alone. It can't paint a picture of what life would look like when her dog finally listens. And it certainly can't help her see the value of your $1,500 training package when her first instinct is to start looking for something that's cheaper, right? The element of human connection matters, like a lot. And when, that's really where you come in. When you get on the phone with someone, you're not just selling a service, you're building a relationship. You're listening to their struggles. You're empathizing with their situation. You're showing them that you are the person who can solve the problem once and for all. You can answer their questions. You can ease their doubts. You can paint a vision of what's possible in a way that no website could ever do. And so sales isn't a script or a pitch. It's a conversation. And the more comfortable that you get having those conversations, well, the easier it becomes to help people make the right decision the first time around, which is to work with you, assuming you're the trainer that can solve their problem. And when you do, you're building relationships that last a lifetime because you showed them that you genuinely care more than the next guy. And then they're excited to work with you. And that's why you have to stop hiding behind the idea that I'm just not good at sales. So look, I'm just going to hit this one on the head for you. When you say things like, I'm just not good at sales, you have to wake up to the fact that nobody starts out good at sales. Sales is a skill, just like training dogs. You didn't wake up one day and magically know how to solve leash reactivity or separation anxiety. You learned, you practiced, and you got better over time. Sales is no different. But here's the thing, avoiding it altogether is costing you more than you realize. Every time you shy away from a sales conversation, you're not just leaving money on the table, You're avoiding impact that you can have in other people's lives. Those potential clients you didn't call back, they're not just lost revenue. They're dogs and owners that you could have helped. You could have helped them, change their lives. You could have helped them, to have their dog get a fair shot and remain in its home, but you didn't call them because you were too scared to have a 10-minute conversation. Unacceptable. So if this is hitting home for you, I want you to know that I want to help you get past the mental hurdle that we all know is sales or selling. And I want to help you rewire your circuits to change it from a roadblock into a superpower. If you didn't know, this month we're offering free coaching calls where we'll break down your current approach to sales, figure out where you're getting stuck, and map out a plan to turn things around. So whether you're terrified of sales or you just don't know where to start, this call will give you clarity and confidence that you need to break the cycle and to move forward. This isn't about making you a sales guru. It's about helping you connect with people who need your services and showing them the value of what you have to offer. And so if you're ready to stop hiding behind your website, start having real conversations that lead to growth and lead to enrollments and lead to solutions, send us a DM, book your call, do it today. Now, let's talk about the opportunity cost of avoidance. And that's what it really is look at what it's costing you by not knowing and understanding the art of closing sales. It's not just lost clients, it's lost confidence and lost time. And every time you let someone slip through the cracks, it reinforces the belief that you're not good enough, that your business can't grow, that you're stuck. And that belief is the real killer of your personal growth. And so when you lean into sales and selling, something incredible happens. You start to realize that success isn't about being the cheapest or the most convenient option. It's about being the most trusted, the most invested in your client's outcome, the most confident in what you have to offer. That's the difference. And so learning how to sell doesn't just help you enroll more clients, it transforms your entire business. It forces you to get clear on your value, on refining your messaging, and showing up with confidence. It shifts your mindset from, well, shit, I hope they choose me, to I know I'm the best choice for them. And that's a powerful shift to make. And so when you approach your business with that level of clarity, that level of conviction, everything changes. Your marketing becomes more powerful, more effective. Your clients become more invested. Your revenue stops being unpredictable and it starts growing consistently the way that it should. So here's my challenge to you. Stop hiding from developing the skills that you need to move your business forward. Stop hoping that your website will do all the work for you. Stop telling yourself that sales is just too hard or that you're not cut out for it. You've already proven that you can learn hard things. This is just one more skill to add to your toolbox. And so, look, success isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about leaning into it. It's about doing the things that most trainers won't do so that you can achieve the things that most trainers never will. So, look, as a final thought, remember that your website can't ever sell like you can. Your social media posts can't ever connect like you can. And the only thing standing between you and the growth that you want is your willingness to have the conversations that actually matter. So if you're ready to step up, book your free coaching call with us right now. Let us turn the fear of sales into a skill that takes your business to the next level. And remember this, greatness is your obligation. Success won't ever happen without your participation. This life isn't a warm-up, it's the only one you got. So take action this instant because today might be your only shot.